So I'm Megan Canwright. I work for a small consulting company called Forensic Analytical. I'm from San Diego, California. All right, let her go. So let me start by saying that this is not a technical presentation. So all of you uber geeks in the audience, I give you permission to ditch and head to another more geek-friendly session. I have always been a black sheep in many, many aspects. I'm a middle child, I listen to punk rock music, and I used to have pink hair. I'm such a nerd that I used to have a chemistry set that I kept hidden under my bed. I'm really not a conventional person, and so because of that, it took a lot of work before the IH community began to take me seriously. I have 10 years of experience in the field. I have a master's degree from a reputable university, and I passed my CIH exam on the first try, but I'm also a young-ish woman. I wear vintage clothing, I have tattoos, and I wear red lipstick and heels. So that doesn't exactly scream technical expert. I met my friend Kim at a convention one year, and looking at my badge, he said, "So you must be a booth babe." And I was so offended. So I'm going to delete the expletives here, but I said, "No, I'm a CIH," and I stormed off to my table of friends. And it turns out that he was there to meet the same group of people that I was there to meet. My point in telling you this story is that because of my unconventional appearance, I had to do a lot of work to get a good reputation in the field. I'm a situational extrovert, so what that means is I can turn it on when I need to, but I'm really naturally shy and sort of intimidated by some people. So to get over that, what I did was I submitted an article for the Synergist and to get my name out there and show my scientific prowess. And I chose a very technical topic, which was kind of a bad idea in retrospect, because although it was a good first attempt, when it was published, I got a lot of hammered by criticism by people. So, and I was really devastated by this because being publicly shamed was not my intention in, publishing this article. But so I learned some valuable lessons from that experience. One is, if I'm going to make a statement about our science, I have to do my very best and do my research. And then the second thing I learned is that I'm always going to get some form of criticism, and I need to hold my head up and learn to distinguish between what's valuable feedback and what's just whining from some cranky old IH geek who reads the Synergist on Saturday night, right? So after that experience, I realized I needed to take more risks in order to learn. And so, I'm not a toxicologist, and I know very little about traditional environmental risk assessment. So naturally, I joined the AIHA Risk Assessment Committee. And I was really intimidated at first on the calls because there's a lot of IH gods on those calls, Fred Bolter and Chris Lasses Davis. And so I was really intimidated, but what I did to get over that is I decided to volunteer to be the incoming secretary. And I got to know those IH gods, and I learned that I didn't need to be a technical expert in order to contribute something valuable. And now I'm the incoming chair of the committee, and I've learned a lot about risk assessment. So I want to finish up by telling you about the AIHA Future Leaders Institute. It's a 3-day course on leadership, and I attended in 2011. And what I learned at FLI is that leaders are made of many different ingredients, and I learned to leverage those people and work with them towards common goals. And one of those people is here today, and the reason that I am here presenting to you at Ignite today. So learning to lead with people has been one of the most valuable steps I've taken in my career. There's an old Blind Melon video, some of you may have seen it, for the song No Rain, and it tells the story of a young awkward girl who she likes to tap dance and wear a bee costume. And she performs in front of large groups of people, and they all laugh her off the stage. And so she's upset, she gets very dejected, and she clearly feels alienated, but at the end of the video, she opens a gate and there's a field full of people, and they're all laughing and dancing, and they're all wearing bee costumes. So she found her bee people. So if you want to be a leader in this field, or any field really, this is my advice to you. Get your name out there. You can't be a leader if nobody's ever heard from you. Don't be afraid to take risks. You're going to make mistakes, but you'll get over it, and you might learn something. 3, get involved with something that you know very little about. You're going to educate yourself, you're going to expand your horizons, and you just might learn something beyond what you think you already know. 4, volunteer to be in a leadership role, even if you feel underprepared or scared. You never know what kind of group needs the newest IH rock star. And lastly, bring people with you. Find people to lead with you. Rely on them as resources, and they in turn will rely on you. Everybody wins. And I know what you're thinking, that BS stands for black sheep, not what you think it stands for. So I'm an IH black sheep, and for what it's worth, this is my leadership advice to you. You can take it or leave it, but perhaps if you take it, you just may find your B people.